words, good deeds, or simply positive thoughts. Projecting positivity into the world is a good way to move forward. Not only will it cause us to have an even better attitude, but it will bring others closer to us, as they will be attracted by our positive aura. They even stand a chance of mirroring our positivity and becoming positive themselves. Besides, even if others do not take on the positive vibes we are emitting, the world will take them on and disperse of them properly. To put it another way, you must expect the best from the world around you. If parents expect the best from their children, they are more likely to succeed. The children put in the extra effort because extra is expected from them. If one expects to get good output from something or someone, then they better have some good input to give. If one belittles their child by telling them that they are not good enough and will never amount to much, the child is likely to have a shattered confidence and lack of self-worth, which culminate in the child becoming an unsuccessful adult. This is not always the case, but that is the most likely result of those conditions. I'll just say it's likely the result of those conditions anyway. When children or even adults are given high expectations, they tend to more clearly see their dreams and have more of a charge to go after them. It may seem like expecting too much of them, but if it does, you may want to check your opinion of your own children. And on that same note, if you're not expecting too much of yourself, you might want to check that, because if you expect more, if you expect more of yourself, you might reach for bigger dreams. You might be able to, reach higher, reach your dreams, have a higher chance of reaching your dreams anyway. If you're expecting to. For a long time, I didn't expect much of myself, so I never really made much progress at all toward my dreams. Didn't expect much, so I got what I was expecting. Now that I'm expecting more, I'm getting more. It's how the universe works, I guess. When you get into anyway, back to my reading. When you get into your car with the intention of driving to the store, you don't even stop to think of the brake failing as you come to a stop sign or light. You simply expect that it is going to work. When you jump out of an airplane and pull the ripcord on your parachute, you simply expect it to work. When you get into a boat, you expect it to float. Instead of expecting failure at times like those, we expect success. So long as proper maintenance is done, failure is rather rare, and success is to be expected. So long as we are maintaining the operation of our minds and bodies, we should expect success of ourselves. The same goes for others. We must expect success at all times. Otherwise, failure can creep in and take place. When we ourselves or someone else starts the journey toward our dreams, we should be boldly enthusiastic and cheering the entire way. Good self-esteem and cheering oneself on can get a person pretty far, but positivity coming from outside ourselves does wonders. From it, we receive encouragement, motivation, and support. I remember when I was in junior high school, as the water boy of the football team, watching those guys on the field come alive and get fired up when the fans got loud and started cheering them on. When I raced BMX as a young boy, I recall that fire inside me flaring up and the little ball of energy exploding and becoming a force to be reckoned with, as I could hear and see my family cheering me on from the sidelines. It seems to me that sometimes we get so lost in the scuffle of trying to get our own lives squared away that we do not cheer on other people, even those we love. Let us not get so bound up in our struggles and triumphs that we pay no attention to those of the people around us. Often we find answers for our lives through helping others with theirs. And we get picked up by cheering for others. It is a paradoxical truth that we gain by giving away. I have seen this happen countless times and experienced it for myself. If everyone was busy loving one another and cheering them on, just imagine what the state of the world would be like. The general tone of society would be transmuted from one in which everyone is trying to struggle to the top of the heap or to hide underneath, to one in which everyone is too busy loving and cheering people on that they have no time for negative output. Brendan, referring to Brendan Burchard, tells the story of how at the very moment he was in a really bad accident, he was faced with 3 questions. Did I live? Did I love? And did I matter? I have asked myself these questions regarding my own life, and I can answer them all with a resounding yes. Even still, I can carry on and strengthen my resolve to do more. I can live more fully, doing the things that I do more passionately. I can love my wife and my family more fully and passionately. I can do more that matters to myself and the world around me, serving my fellow travelers on this journey of life. I should really do a new edition of my book here and take out the word wife since I'm not married. But then again, if I get remarried, that'll come into play again. So, anyway, back to the story. Living the passionate life requires a zest for life itself, a love for all that it entails, and a constant consciousness of the here and now. Yes, we need to have that spark or charge to keep moving forward and pushing ahead. However, we need passion to keep the fire stoked and blazing, a passion for the whole enchilada and not just some of the ingredients. If we are to reach our dreams and bring them into reality, we must be fully conscious, engaged, and present, and stay that way for the duration until we reach our dreams and beyond. I have had a few dreams or really big goals through the years, but I have never followed through. I would get started, maybe completing the first step or two down the path, but then get distracted by something shiny and lose my motivation to continue on that path. I hereby solemnly swear that shiny objects are no good for the simple fact that they cause nothing but distraction. Okay. One thing that stops people... One thing that stops people from continuing to move forward on the path of progress is the thought that they are not deserving of anything better than what they have in the present. Some do not even feel like they deserve what they already have. Maybe it stems from being bullied at school, or being abused at home when they were children, or any number of things like that. Regardless of the reason for thinking and or feeling one is undeserving, know that you ultimately have the control to decide whether you are deserving or not. Everyone starts out as a deserving individual, deserving better as they travel through life. In the end, it is they who deem themselves as undeserving of something better. Yeah. In the end, it is they who deem themselves as undeserving of something better, unworthy of being at that next level, even if they are fully capable of attaining it. Maybe it is that they are waiting for someone to tell them they are deserving of that something better, that next level. I have had this way of thinking and feeling take over my life in the past. There was only one person to be ultimately responsible for my change of mind and heart, from undeserving to deserving. That was none other than myself. As soon as I decided that, you know what? I am deserving of something better. I got back on the path of progress and started moving forward once again. If you are feeling like you do not deserve something better, you are waiting for someone to tell you that you are deserving of it. Let me tell you that you are deserving of all that the universe has available to you. You can tell yourself that you are deserving, getting the same result, but I want to reaffirm it anyway. You are deserving. Maybe your new mantra needs to be, I am deserving. Hey, good morning, Rico. Oh, Sherry. It's the number is 253-777-8864. Let's see, is it turned on? There we go. Yeah, it's on. Okay, let's see here. Might have someone calling in here. For a long time, I did not really feel that I was capable, let alone deserving, of reaching that next level, that next stage of life. I did not feel capable, partly because I never even tried. Once I did try to reach that next step and notice some progress, I continued trying. As I kept on trying and seeing the progress that I was making as a result of my putting forth the effort, I was increasingly aware of my capabilities being greater than I had thought they were. As of my 40th birthday, I had been alive for 14,610 days. That's a lot of days that I survived and made it through to see the next. Granted, I have had a lot of help along the way, but there have been a lot of days when it was just me trudging along the path. And so it seemed at the time anyway. That just tells me that my capability is pretty darn good when it comes to getting through life and all of the stuff that it entails. Think about that. We have made it through a lot of stuff, good and bad, to get to this time and place where we are, the here and now. That's it, Sherry. We are still breathing and our hearts are still beating. It is true for me and for you as well if you are still reading my book. Your ability to make it through stuff, good and bad, is really excellent. If you do not believe me, just look at your track record. The saying goes that the proof is in the pudding. You are still here. So be proud of your capabilities that got you to the here and now, and keep on going. Society in general, at least the media would have you believe, has become a bunch of sniveling, whining, smartphone carrying, rather boring, if looked at from a subjective point of view, parodies of the people that once inhabited the world. I don't know. That was just that was just one overview that I saw when I looked. A lot of people want to get